Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 21st Annual Garden State Film Festival, located in beautiful, sunny Asbury Park. We are at the Shared Heroes Podcast Lounge. My name is Ming Chen.
CJ Cullen.
And I have a very amazing, special, inspirational guest to my right. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Hello, I am Jess Joy, the director, writer, producer of Lunachicks.
That's amazing. Can you tell us about Lunachicks?
Yeah.
First of all, what a cool title. We need to know more.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Well, I've actually got some flack for this because I borrowed the name from a popular punk band from the 90s called Lunachicks, an amazing riot girl band, which was partly an inspiration for the project, right, because it does involve punks. It is a dark comedy about a young woman who's reclusive and wants to make a friend, but her infamous father has some other nefarious ideas.
Does this come from personal experience, perhaps?
No, thankfully not. I do not have a terrible father. Okay. I have a very good father. But it does draw on some of my personal history with punk music and growing up in the music scene.
That's cool. What is your history with punk music?
Okay, so I was a very, very shy young person. Like in high school, I almost had no friends because I was super shy. And then
I can relate to that.
Yes, high school is a hard time. And then when I turned 18, I started going to concerts alone, like rock shows, punk shows. Yeah. And as a young woman, I kind of was really scared at first entering these spaces, which are very masculine and aggressive.
Yeah.
But I love rock music, so I was like, I have to go to these venues and see these bands. And it was a great way to become empowered and make friends because you're alone, so you end up talking to a lot of people.
Right.
So that was kind of the inspiration.
What kind of places around here?
Like New York City? Or
no, I am actually from Toronto, Canada.
Okay. Wow. Oh, yeah, we mentioned this. Yeah, we mentioned how much I love Toronto, Canada. What's the punk scene like up in Toronto and Canadian punk scene?
You know what? It's pretty niche. Toronto's definitely more of a hip hop city because we have like Drake and The Weeknd.
Yeah, right.
But the people who are in the scene there are very passionate, very fun, nice people. So
that's amazing. I had no idea there was a Canadian Toronto punk scene.
The punk scene.
Yeah,
punk is everywhere.
Yeah, I was thinking New York City, or
right.
When you think of
that. But we always describe like Toronto as a cleaner New York City.
Yeah. So, that's true.
Yeah, it's smaller, not as fun.
Yeah.
How was filmmaking in Toronto?
Yes. Did you shoot in Toronto?
We did. We shot actually an hour outside of Toronto in Hamilton.
Oh, I know Hamilton.
You know Hamilton.
Yeah, I know
it's
Hamilton.
Also called the armpit of Canada.
How are the rules for filmmaking up there compared to here? I hear good things.
Yes. Well, that's why we filmed in Hamilton particularly because the city is very welcoming to films. They want the films to come, whereas Toronto, it can be harder to get permits because they have so many productions shooting there. But it's a great city because it has so many films coming in. We have a lot of studios and rental houses that will help indie filmmakers. Is it easier
to get grants and things in Canada?
No. I think Americans have this misconception that we have a lot of grants, and we do have our arts councils, but they definitely are looking for very specific projects, and there's a lot of people applying for them. So it's hard to get the funding, especially if you work in the genre space, which I do prefer to work in. So from down here, we're like, oh, they're just throwing money.
They're throwing money. That's what we feel like. Well, we know someone. He's like, I got money. I got a grant. I got a grant.
Yeah,
like,
where? How? We're like, where? They just gave you money to make this, and it wasn't even that good of a movie. I'm like, oh man, like this could have gone to somebody to make it. But we're busting his balls.
So that's what we hear. So.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that's the nice thing about the grants.
Do you see parallels between the filmmaking community and the punk community at all?
I think so.
Okay.
It's the punk community is very DIY, like go out and do your own thing.
Right.
And indie film is very much like that. You have to build your own reputation and do your own thing.
Right. And did filmmaking bring you out of your shell as well? I guess the punk scene did as well, but did filmmaking even broaden your horizons even more?
Definitely, especially directing and producing.
Okay.
You take on a big leadership role, which you don't necessarily do in music. But that was definitely, I remember the first day on Lunachicks, I walked onto set and I had like 25 people looking at me like, okay, what are we doing? And I suddenly had that realization, like I'm responsible for all these people.
Yeah, you got to tell them what to do or nothing gets done. Right?
Yeah, and also just like the safety of people, that concerned me too. I'm like, oh, it's COVID.
Yeah, COVID time's a little harder.
COVID, yeah.
When did you shoot this?
Summer 2020.
Okay,
Wow,
so wow,
so
that
it
was-
is.
oh,
It
wow.
is. That's COVID.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
What made you? The restrictions were pretty high. Tensions were high.
Yeah.
Just anxiety was high. What made you in summer 2020? Was like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
Small crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fairly small crew. But the problem, I had actually planned to produce it April 2020.
Okay, right.
And then we had to postpone. And
Yeah.
as soon as the lockdown lifted in Ontario, I was right away like, we have to shoot it right
Okay,
now. Or
okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially, it was like, listen, we almost got shut down for who knows how long.
Yeah.
We were able to do it now with some caveats, and so you were like, let's just do it now.
Yeah. Like we
Okay.
still had to wear masks on set.
Sure.
But
What about the
yeah.
music? How do you get the music? The rights to the music? Did you get, or was it
So
original bands?
it was
that gave you-
original.
Okay, way easier.
Yeah, I
Said,
actually
"Here, take
met
our song."
I met a band when I was writing the project who had a song. I was like, this song would be perfect for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It sounded cinematic, so I quickly asked them, and they're like, of course, gave it to me
Okay.
for free.
That's awesome. And when did you start writing this?
Oh, it was a long time ago. So I graduated film school in 2018,
Okay.
and then kind of like a year after that, I started, and then on and off wrote it. And within like, I'd say 2019 to 2020 is when I really solidified the script.
Okay, so a couple years in the making.
Yes,
Script.
on and off, which
Oh.
shouldn't be for a short film, but
No, I
sometimes
mean
it
there's
takes
there's,
that.
there's no timetable. You know, when
Right.
when you get it down, when you know it, you've nailed it, you got it down.
Oh,
right.
I know people that have been working 10 years on films.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I think we all do. It's like, oh, I got the script. When did you start? Like 20 years
20
ago.
years
Like,
ago.
Yeah.
Didn't finish yet.
so are you
Especially
gonna-
features.
Still waiting on stuff.
Yeah, when are you gonna shoot? I'm waiting for everything to. I'm waiting for the time to be right. I'm like, okay, you know, you're
Like, what are you
waiting a long
shooting?
time.
Boyhood? Like, every 10 years?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Besides COVID, what was the most challenging part about shooting this project?
Probably my grandfather died the first day of
Oh, wow.
our shoot,
Wow.
and he was actually gonna maybe play one of the like side characters in our
Right.
movie.
Oh, man.
So it was kind of hard. Like the next morning, my parents who were helping a lot on the project
yeah,
had
yeah.
to go like deal with that, and also just the emotional, like because he was a big part of my film
Yeah.
journey, and so that was kind of hard. Like I didn't know if I should tell my crew that had happened. I ended up just being quiet and soldiering through the shoot, but
Right. I guess it just probably may have affected them. So I was like, all right, let's just.
Yeah.
And it was day one.
So it was the first night of shooting when we were
Okay.
driving back. I got the call that he had
Right.
passed.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Okay, but you were able to. How long was the shooting schedule?
we shot for 3 days.
Okay.
And then with pickups and returns, it's 5.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And what was editing like? Long process.
It was longer than I expected.
Okay, it always is.
It is.
It
yeah.
always is.
Yeah, because I kind of imagined we could do it within like 2 months and
Yeah.
start submitting to festivals, but with sound and color and everything, it was more like 6 months.
Right. And have you been submitting to a lot of festivals?
Yeah, so this Garden State is my last festival, I think.
Oh wow!
So
how
we've
many
been
how
playing.
many total then?
I think this is 12 or 13.
Wow.
Did
okay.
you start submitting at like after things were lifted where you could go?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, the ones you get into is like, oh, you want to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually, the
Yeah.
Q&A, networking, and just being a face in front of the project
Yes,
showing
and
there,
meeting
so.
other filmmakers and
Meeting- yeah.
seeing all the amazing movies here.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this your first Garden State Film Festival?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
What do you think so far?
It's been one of my favorites. I love it. The networking opportunities here are absolutely awesome.
How do you like New Jersey?
Yeah, how do you like New Jersey? Is this your first time in Jersey?
It is.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Welcome.
Thank you.
Come right to Asbury.
Yeah,
I love the beautiful houses, the gigantic homes around here, and
yeah.
the ocean. I love being near the ocean.
It's a good time of year too because it's all the locals here. We just wait a couple
Yeah,
months.
I was
Yeah.
saying that. I'm like, it feels very empty right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is our favorite time.
It
is. This is
our favorite time,
Easy to
yes.
park. No obnoxious, like, I don't know, Staten Island people down here. Like,
It gets pretty wild.
Don't
and
have to wait
crazy.
for a table at a
Can't
restaurant.
park anywhere.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible.
yeah, and you're in one of the best cities in Jersey, in my opinion. Like we live
Okay.
20 minutes north, but we come down here to hang out.
Quite
Nice,
often.
of
It's
course.
just a great
Be near the
place.
ocean.
There's a reason that the film festival is here in Asbury Park.
Yes,
and that's because
absolutely.
it's a cool city. They embrace the arts, very welcoming, and all the venues are cool as well. So
Yes, I've noticed that there's
Yeah.
been so many attendees that aren't filmmakers, which is really nice to have just random people come
Yeah.
and see your
Oh
movie.
yeah. They're appreciators of independent film. So,
Have you been to Manhattan and go to any of the punk?
Yeah.
I've only been
Scene.
to New York once
Okay.
last year, so
Okay.
I definitely plan on going back. And
I know some punk people. There's some cool places. in New
Okay,
York
yeah,
City,
you got to tell me because
Punk
CBGB's
bars.
not there anymore.
Yeah, I
so.
know,
Yeah,
right?
CBGB's
So,
all gone. It's
yeah.
a shame.
Yeah, I think other bars have taken up the mantle.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
for
I
sure.
went to the Bowery last time I was
Oh,
there.
cool.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
yep,
that's
that'll-
good.
yep,
That's
no,
good.
yep,
There's a
no,
lot of
definitely.
underground too, though. You got to go.
Yeah, I got to go to the
underground.
dive bars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
meet the right people, and they'll take you to the right places. So
That's right.
yeah. What are you working on now?
So I have a feature version of Lunachicks
Oh, wow,
in the
okay.
works.
Oh, wow.
And I'm also working on a sci-fi TV pilot and another short.
Amazing.
And when you go to the feature, do you recast or do you get some of the same actors, or what if they're not available? What's the process?
Well,
in that?
unfortunately for funding indie features, often you want to try and get a more name actor
Yes, yes.
Sure.
to help get funding. It's kind of like a catch-22.
Yes.
They don't want to come until you have the funding, but you need them for the funding. So I loved my cast and I would love to bring them back on, but it all depends on the project and
Right.
at what point we are in the funding.
Amazing. Well, great luck in getting that made in the feature length.
Thank
thing.
you.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I marvel at anyone who makes features. So.
Oh yeah, it's a process. It's a tough process.
Yeah,
It is a
that's why it
process.
takes 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. And great luck with Lunachicks.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank-
welcome to New Jersey. Seriously. This
Thank
is,
you. I definitely plan to come back.
Did you have some pizza?
No, I have not had pizza yet.
Pizza's really good here.
Really good
Okay.
If, you know,
Yeah.
well, maybe we'll have to get you
Yeah.
like a really killer slice at some
Yeah,
point.
tell me where to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've been trucking in food all day, so we'll see what
Okay.
we can do for sure.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're having a great time here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there a trailer online? Do you have a website,
Yep,
Instagram?
yep. There's so Lunachicks Film is the Instagram
Okay.
handle. I have a trailer on my Vimeo, which is in the Lunachicks Instagram landing
Okay.
page. So.
Fantastic.
And my website's jessdirects.com.
JessDirects.com. That's awesome. Awesome. Jess Joy, you're
Jess
amazing.
Joy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting
Thanks
down
for
with
coming
us.
in.
Thanks for stopping in last night. It was like, hey, can I jump over? Like, you
At
guys are
midnight.
always, no, this is how we do it here.
This is it.
This is
I
how
love
we do
that.
it here for sure. So thank you very much, and I'm glad the screening went well. So
Thank you so much
Yeah.
for having me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
absolutely, Jess Joy, everybody, JessDirects.com. If you're here at the Garden State Film Festival, come hang out with us.
Yes,
Yeah, we
come
got a few
hang
more
out.
hours.
All day. We're going to be streaming all day. If you're not here, get down here. We have many films.
Just hang out. We had people hanging out
I
yesterday all
I
day.
think a lot of the films don't even start till noon today. So,
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's Sunday. They know.
Everyone else is sleeping in. We
Yeah,
got up.
We're here. We're here. So come. Come check out some of the film blogs for sure.
Yeah.
Jess, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you,
me.
CJ. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a second.
All right.